Hello everyone, my name is Huang Lei. Today our topic is the use of L1 in second language class teaching. And I will use English as an example to talk about more about this topic. There are 4 parts in my presentation: introduction, L1 and teacher, L1 and students, and some suggestions that I can give. So firstly, let's say the introduction of this presentation. One of the main questions for every English teacher is related with whether or not to use students' first language in second language classes. Should we use L1 in the classroom? How can we be beneficial? A lot of researchers and investigators indicate that it should be helpful to incorporate some elements into the process of learning English. So and in this video, we will talk about the L1 and teacher and L1 and students to discuss more about this topic. Many teachers feel that using L1 in the classroom should be less result. The attitude of teachers toward the use of L1 in English language classroom is reflected in their teaching practices. However, researchers investigate that many teachers made much greater use of L1 in their classroom than their attitude would seem to indicate. And here are some advantages for them to use L1 in the classroom. Help to aid motivation and reduce frustration. And L1 is also more frequently used in larger classes where teachers feel it's more effective in developing a good classroom atmosphere and maintaining disciplinary than it's in a smaller class. And here we come to the perspective of students to see the L1. From the surveys, we can see that teachers' attitude to learners' attitude toward the use of L1 in their classes regularly show that a majority approve of some L1 use. This preference is also reflected in the huge success of online language learning programs such as Duolingo, which use translation exercise. And here are some advantages for L1 in the classroom. Help students to understand better what the task requires, reduce cognitive load of text, help students to motivate each other. And there are some, to sum up, teachers and students both agree with that they can use L1 in the classroom, but as a teacher, we also got some concerns about this. For example, too much reliance on on L1. So here we need to discuss when to use L1 and when not to use. If students have little or no knowledge about the tagging language, L1 can be used to introduce the major differences between L1 and L2. And teacher can explore their students' previous L1 learning experience to increase their understanding of L1. And here we come to when not. In a small classes with medium or advanced students, there's a less justification for use L1, and in pronunciation drills or in speaking activities, I don't think it's a good idea to use L1 in this part. And the final situation is that when students continue using L1 to explain simple vocabulary, they probably use too much L1 in this process. It's also not appropriate. So in a conclusion, L1 may provide benefits, but its usage should be on decreasing level. Teacher needs to do all the possibility in order to maintain English as a language of instruction and communication. Nevertheless, occasionally L1 may still be useful in this part. So here's all my presentation. Thank you guys.